Cage wins the fight for the future. And a lot at stake in this match. The winner will get to face the undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion, Will Caven, at the Revolution Rumble. Cage just touched him! He got him! I think he got him! Leon Cage!
Leon Cage, unfortunately, suffered an injury this past week.
The winner of the 2025 British J Cup will get a shot at the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship at the Revolution Rumble.
Nino Bryant, the new undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. And a real element of mystery here, because we don't know who Luke Jacobs' opponent is going to be here this afternoon in London. He's back after 5 months on the shelf. The futurist returns.
You know, just before I got here, I was the #1 contender to wrestle Will Caven, and I beat him.
Leon Cage, you come out and remind me of your face. I knew we'd come back together.
Nino, if I didn't get injured, I'd be standing here as your Cruiserweight Champion right now.
I'm a fighting champion. I ain't backing down from you. I've gotten better since the last time we wrestled.
You're looking everywhere. You're looking at Joe Lando, you're looking at Cameron Kai. You should probably be keeping an eye on me.
Don't underestimate me. Just because you beat me back in April, you ain't seen this version of Nino Bryant yet.
Oh, here we go, Dave.
Make some noise, and it is now time for your undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship match! Please welcome the wrestlers to the ring.
Andy, earlier on tonight, I remember you said that Jay Joshua could claim to be the uncrowned, undisputed British heavyweight champion. I didn't agree with that, but I'll tell you this. Leon Cage has a very good case for saying he's the uncrowned, undisputed British Cruiserweight champion. The reason is he was the #1 contender for that title, and then he got injured, as we just saw. In his absence, that match at the Revolution Rumble turned out to be Will Caven against Nino Bryant. And either before or after his injury, Leon Cage has beaten both of those guys. So Leon Cage more than deserving of a rematch here against Nino Bryant, a rematch from their battle in April. The fight for the future at high stakes when neither man was champion, and on that occasion, guess who won? Leon Cage.
But Nino Bryant will tell you he is a completely different wrestler to when they first met. At the time, he was low on confidence and, dare I say, low on experience. Since that time, Nino Bryant has gone on to win the British J Cup. He's gone on to win the British Cruiserweight Championship, and he's competed in some of the most memorable and best Cruiserweight Championship matches in Revolution Pro Wrestling history. That contest against Joe Lando was absolutely something else.
Yeah, and it's none of what I just said is to diminish Nino Bryant, because that British J Cup win and following it up just 1 week later in the Revolution Rumble, spectacular.
And what about the win against Cameron Kai?
Of course, all of those. But my point is, so much of that has taken place in the absence of Leon Cage, who was injured for almost 5 months. Now, if Nino Bryant can win here, then everything you just said is proven correct. He is a changed wrestler. He is the rightful Cruiserweight champion. And that is why this match is so exciting. Because now, the talking can be done. We can finally find out who deserves to hold that title. Is it Nino Bryant? Or is it the futurist Leon Cage?
The following contest is a singles match with a 16-minute time limit scheduled for one fall. And it is for the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship.
Andy, you mentioned Nino Bryant being inexperienced, but Bryant is actually older than Leon Cage. Bryant is 22, the oldest of the Flying Bryant brothers. Leon Cage still just 18. Means their combined age is less than mine, but never mind.
Same.
As Oscar Harding gonna hold up that championship belt. In fact, no, Nino is 23, because remember his mum called him last week.
Right,
I apologise.
Okay, so what's the combined age? My maths is
41.
Oh, no.
Still less than me.
Not less than me, sorry. I'm only 39. 39 years young.
The sweep of the leg here, then a cover attempt by Cage. Cartwheel to stay on his feet from the futurist from New South Wales. Bryant, shoulder roll. Cage just dodging it, they're dodging each other.
This is already fantastic.
I hesitate to say that's a cautious start because it was conducted at 100 miles per hour, but one thing you've got to say is both men there were more concerned with not falling victim to one of their opponent's big hitting moves.
Yes, they were, but look, I don't know which way to call this just yet, but what I would say is with Nino Bryant, we know he likes to wrestle that evasive style of professional wrestling. And he will be happy that Leon Cage was unable to make contact.
Yeah, we've mentioned a few times as of late that one of the great strengths of Nino Bryant is his ability to play defense even at high speed. Cage looking for the chop. Bryant covered up. Leon Cage almost looks like he's taking this match not lightly, but he's got a very self-confident smile on his face here. He's got that confidence, I think, that comes from knowing that he's beaten Nino Bryant in the past. Okay, so it's only 1 month, you remember. It was at this show live in London 1 month ago. Wow! So he made his spectacular return here to RevPro. Do you see the patronising pat on the head there from Cage? Cage trying to frame this match as if he is the favourite. Wow, there's a little bit of explosion
Nino
of
Bryant's
temper.
fired up. Yes.
A little bit of
Xander's rubbing off on him.
You said it about the lack of experience that Nino maybe did have back in April, and even though, as I say, the age difference is what it is, just look at the way that these two were able to conduct themselves last week live in Lyon. And I think that does suggest that there is a real maturity for Leon Cage. Cage are getting his legs hooked. He's got to be careful there, Cage. I was about to say, though, that last week he was against Courreau, who of course is from France, in front of a French crowd, so found himself unusually getting booed and was able to just adapt to that situation.
Yes, absolutely. That was very impressive from Leon Cage. We're seeing both these young men maturing before our very eyes. Let's not forget what Leon Cage is absolutely all about.
Nino Bryant, though, last week, you remember, with getting goaded into eventually putting the cruiserweight title on the line against Kyle Hoxton last week, and actually eventually won, thankfully.
Yeah, emotionally putting that championship on the line against Kyle Hoxton, and we saw him getting emotional in the early stages of this contest, and now Nino Bryant gets caught.
Cage.
And wisely, he's sliding out the ring, but Leon Cage is not giving any let-up whatsoever, and Nino Bryant doesn't realise it, but he might be about to. Got caught with a PK.
Yeah, realised it too late. And again, this confidence of Leon Cage, and we've mentioned this a few times during the past month as well. Look at him just indicating he's just brushing the dust there off his boot. It's that right ankle, by the way, that was the one that was injured, kept him on the shelf for, as I said, 5 months. Could have ended his career with a broken fibula, tibia, and ankle. And yet, since we've seen Leon Cage back in a RevPro ring, there's been no sign of hesitation. Still that high risk.
Oh, look at that from Nino Bryant.
The high-risk, high-flying style is what I was going to say, but we're seeing some of that here from Nino Bryant.
The evasive style that I alluded to earlier, and Nino Bryant, he just kept moving and moving and moving. Leon Cage didn't know whether to look up, down, left or right until he was looking at the stars.
And if you had to mention one part of Nino Bryant's game that really has come on, it is that. It is his ability to dodge, dive, duck, weave, keep his opponents guessing at all times.
Yeah, and it's so smart from Nino Bryant, and I'm absolutely sure it's going to stand him in good stead. Of course, we know his mentor is the RevPro Grand Slam winner, Michael Oku, and we know that Michael Oku, he was unable to evade a lot of offense in the early part of his career, and Nino Bryant saw firsthand the ill effects of some of that damage, and that's why Nino Bryant is, I believe, so intent on this evasive style of professional wrestling.
See that? Bryant just rolling in and then out of the ring to reset the referee's count.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to, because he's got the champion's advantage here.
Yeah.
And oh, wow.
Yeah, but Bryant doesn't want any kind of question mark hovering over whether he is the rightful
and
champion.
that's exactly what you saw with Kyle Hoxton.
He's got to be careful with that, though, because that could have come back to bite him last week. Now, what is Leon Cage thinking here?
I don't know. I don't like the way he's got a cheeky little grin on his face.
That means he's come up with an idea that could be harmful for himself. Oh, certainly was harmful for himself. He was aiming to do a whole lap of the ring there and take out Bryant in the front row of the seats, but that backfired badly.
Nino Bryant is now just sizing up Leon Cage and connects with a big PK on the outside of the ring here.
Just like Cage did to him from the apron a couple of minutes ago. Bryant returning the favor. And this time Bryant is rolling back into the ring, and he is going to test whether Cage can beat that count of 10. The referee is up to 5. Cage is back in the ring immediately.
Straight into the super kick.
Yeah. Smart from Nino Bryant, and more evidence that he has developed a lot since these two last fought in April.
And some of those close fists, I think referee Oscar Hardin not realizing those fists from Nino Bryant were closer. You can see it, you know, the force of those fists, it hurt his own hand.
Yeah, Bryant definitely become more aggressive, although as we've said, that can occasionally overspill into something that's not helpful to him within the context of a wrestling match. Same is very much true of his younger brother Xander, as we talked about. Trying to lift up Cage here. Cage with the elbow to the back of the neck, and another one, and another. Frees himself, does Cage. Cage got caught into a Michinoku driver from Nino Bryant. Bryant had him hooked up very, very tight, and he got a 2.9. Leon Cage doesn't have that self-confident smile on his face now. And for the PK again there, did Bryant. He's going to go for the pin off the back of it, gets the 2. And it is a very different Nino Bryant to the one we saw some 7 months ago. Last time these two were fighting, they were a fight for the future. Oh. Now it's a fight for the here and now as Nino Bryant gets dumped on top of his head.
The undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship hangs in the balance between not just two of the top prospects, but two of the best young junior heavyweights in the world today as Leon Cage, Nino Bryant!
God, what a drop kick.
Picture perfect accuracy. And what Nino's been done so well in this contest, in contrast to their first contest, is he's been able to also use Leon Cage's own momentum against him.
Yeah, that accuracy, as you said, the timing there to get that drop kick. Now Bryant on the top. He needed to neutralize the threat from Cage a little quicker. Top rope Hurricane Rana. But look, Cage, I think, may have hurt his right leg a little bit there, and that obviously is a concern, given that it was the right ankle that kept him out of action.
What a match we're witnessing here live in London 101, live from the Portchester Hall. Of course, nothing replicates the feeling, the emotion of being here live at Revolution Pro Wrestling. We encourage you all to check us out if you can. We're here at the beautiful Portchester Hall, the first Sunday of each and every month, as Leon Cage connects with a huge chop across the chest of Nino Bryant.
Cage is going to try and, no, he's not. I thought he was going to try and hit him again. He's just opening up his chest. He's inviting Bryant to come at him, but he drew him in.
And great evasive work again as Nino Bryant follows up the big German suplex with a release.
Bryant tried to bounce back off the ropes. Cage dodged out of the way. This time Bryant again coming off that middle rope. Caught in midair here.
Oh, what a brain buster.
Unreal. Right on the back of the neck to win the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship, and it was close. It was close for the futurist. Cage realizing this is a very, very different fight to that battle over half a year ago. But he is still very much in this. Still has every chance to walk out of Porchester Hall tonight as the undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. Cage. Now Cage has moved Bryant over towards that top rope. You know what he's looking for here. He's draped his body over the top rope. He's going to go for the stomp into the future.
Yes, he is, but I think Nino Bryant knows that fact as well, and that's what makes it more dangerous. He's hanging on to that middle rope. There you go, look, Nino Bryant's trying to move it. I saw it, Dave. I think maybe Nino Bryant did his able to transition. Nino Bryant rolls him through.
Kick out on two. Oh, uncaged, coming. No, maybe not. Instead, the Argentine facebuster, no, counter by Cage. And Cage, the super throw, he landed on his feet, did Bryant. This is unbelievable. The rebound to the ropes.
Oh, straight to the jaw. And again, Nino Bryant one step ahead of Leon Cage.
The bait and switch kick from Nino Bryant. Cage, though, even off the back of that.
Oh, wow!
Caught him off the ropes with the power bomb. And a 2.5.
Yeah, had to mix it up there, didn't he?
Well, that precise action is kind of the second half of the stomp into the future. The stomp normally leading into that power bomb off of the top rope. And Cage getting a 2 3/4. Referee counting both men down. The onus here obviously on the challenger. Leon Cage needs to get to his feet before the referee counts 4 more seconds. And he is up. Cage is up. Bryant up a couple of seconds after him. Cage. Cartwheel kick into the side of the head of Nino Bryant. He's looking for a stomp into the future again. He's relentless in his pursuit of this. Is Leon Cage here. Cage wants more to the top. Caught him.
Oh, what a counter!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And Nino is still not letting up! And this is why he's the undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion.
That somersault plancher. Now he's climbing. He's going to go for the Bryant splash. No, Cage got out of the way. Cage got out of the way and caught him with the kick. He's going to try for the uncaged. Second time he's gone for this in the match. Leon Cage with him on the shoulders. Another counter into a DDT from Bryant. Catches him with the small package driver.
And this is it! No, that was close. It doesn't get much closer than that.
I agreed with you. I thought that was all. I thought that was all. God, how good are these two? How unbelievable is the Cruiserweight division here at Revolution Pro Wrestling? But who's got enough left? Who has something left in the tank to walk out of here with that cherished prize of the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship belt? What is Bryant doing? Bryant has forced himself to the apron, and he's gonna, I think he's gonna climb again. Yeah, he is. Nino Bryant is climbing. And once more, Cage just rolling out of harm's way, this time under the bottom rope. But Bryant's got that look in his eyes now, like he's had an idea. Nino Bryant from the top.
Managing to land on his feet. Nino Bryant in some trouble now, or is he? Vaults in.
Now it's Cage on the apron.
Leon Cage! Oh, Jesus!
Acai moonsault from Leon Cage. I don't think we've ever seen him do that in a RevPro ring. And again, this man just came back from an ankle injury a month ago. What confidence, what courage it takes to hit a move like that when you've had an injury like that. He's smiling again. Every time we see that smile, it makes me nervous.
Me too.
Cage is thinking about something that involves once more going to the top. What is this? What is he planning here? Leon Cage. Oh, Cage, no, he's not sure. And the hesitation.
Oh, I told you someone who is sure.
Well, the hesitation cost him. The hesitation cost him. And that's the first time I think we've seen him hesitate.
Ever.
God. The pin here from Bryant and a kick out. Off of the Argentine facebuster.
And that hesitation from Leon Cage is huge, Dave.
It is huge, but I wonder which result would have been worse, because if he'd gone for that, there's every possibility that Bryant might have stepped out of the way.
And he knew that, but he never used to think about things like that before the injury, did he?
Well, like we said, it's the first time in a month that we've seen any hesitation. Cage catching Bryant as Bryant was maybe thinking about another Bryant splash. Tried for that earlier. Now what? Cage, what are you thinking now? Leon Cage. Cage joining Bryant right up the top here. Oh my God, what is he doing? What is Leon Cage doing? Cage. Uppercuts from Bryant. And these two jockeying for position. Whoever gets the better of this could win the whole thing. Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Leon Cage is thinking about the
Both
uncaged
men
from the top.
In precarious territory right now. And they're not just fighting
He's trying to hook the arms
for the
there,
Cruiserweight
Cage.
Championship here, are they? They could be fighting their careers. And oh no! Leon Cage just took a hell of a fall to the outside.
Yeah, he just got shoved, somersaulted forwards onto the edge of the ring and then down to the hard wooden floor of Porchester Hall. And now there is every danger that Leon Cage won't be able to answer the count. Referee up to a count of 6. And Leon Cage is not moving. What is this? Up to 9, to count of 9.
This could be it.
Count of 9. Leon Cage got in.
Oh no, he ain't a splash.
The Bryant splash on the back of Leon Cage.
Oh.
No. Kick out.
A split second away from us hearing the words, and still, and Nino Bryant now. This look on Nino Bryant's face is reminiscent to what we saw of Shaw Samuels in Leon. What's it gonna take to put Leon Cage away?
Well, that Bryant splash was on the back. If it had been on the front, maybe it would have been over. What is this now? He's your... Oh, that counter. He's looking for the Argentine facebuster again.
No.
Step the victory roll from Cage. That was almost enough. Drop kick from Nino Bryant. This is incredible, totally incredible. You got him on the shoulders again.
Oh, what a counter! The poison rana from Leon Cage, and Nino Bryant. The only thing keeping him on his feet right now is the ropes. And his championship reign of Nino Bryant is well and truly on the ropes as Leon Cage hangs him out to dry.
Can he get it this time? He got half the move earlier. If he gets the full stop in the future, it'll be done.
He couldn't. Nino Bryant saved himself at the last second.
He's holding the ankle. Cage is holding that previously injured ankle.
He came down hard.
Well, that is a worry.
So hard on that ankle. And Nino Bryant, look at the look on the face of Nino Bryant. He's looking with a look of concern. But I think right now, if he wants to hang on to his Cruiserweight Championship, he needs to be showing some killer instinct.
I don't know, it's natural. It's natural to show some human compassion here. Bryant did hesitate. Now he's going back at it, but he's given Cage a chance to get back to his feet. We saw a hesitation from Cage earlier that almost cost him. What will that hesitation do for Nino Bryant? Look at these two. Boundless energy from Nino Bryant and Leon Cage. Man, what a shot to the side of the head. Oh! That's that on the right leg. Again on the right leg.
That is killer instinct, Dave. That is the killer instinct I was saying that Nino Bryant needs if he's going to retain this championship. And he's looking to follow up. The Bryant splash straight across the leg.
On the leg. Leon Cage on that already damaged right leg. And you talk about killer instinct. There it is on the ankle. On the ankle that kept Cage out of action for 5 whole months. Cage got onto his back. Man, still Bryant holds on. Smashes that ankle into the floor. Grapevining the right leg now. Cage, can he get to the ropes? If he can't get there soon, he's going to have to tap here. This could put him on the shelf for another 5 months.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You've got to be thinking about your long-term future here. And Nino Bryant knows this fact, but does Leon Cage?
He's so close, he got there. He got there.
With a stubborn sense of pride and true grit and determination, Leon Cage reaches the bottom rope. This contest continues, Dave, but at what cost? At what cost?
Yeah, let's hope that was the right decision and that it hasn't done any lasting damage. But I don't think we are in any position to answer that question at the moment.
The undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship on the line. What a slap from Leon Cage. He rolls him up.
Cradle, got the inside cradle. Oh, no.
So tight. And oh, wow, what maturity from Leon Cage. The snap rider, he almost fed Nino Bryant that leg there.
Cage now.
Backslide.
Backslide by Cage. Backslide by Cage. He had him at a high angle as well. Uncaged. Uncaged. Can he get it
shoulders?
This time?
Nino Bryant! Uncaged! Hook of a leg! And oh no! Leon Cage was a split second away from being crowned the new undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. Listen, the first time these two men competed against each other, I dubbed this match the fight for the future. But right now, we're witnessing the fight for the now.
My God, Nino Bryant kicked out of the Uncaged. I never thought we would see that. Is he going for it a second time? Or maybe he's going for another stomp into the future. Another little hesitation there because he was thinking what's the best move. And I think Cage is going to go up top now. Given that right ankle is not able to bear much weight at the moment, is that the right decision for Leon Cage? Look at how he's having to force himself up mostly with the left leg.
Nino's looking at him. There was a telltale sign there, but Leon Cage couldn't see it because he had his back to Nino Bryant as he was climbing the ropes. Nino Bryant was very aware of where his opponent was. And now, Leon Cage might be about to pay.
Bryant.
Super Poison Rana!
And now Bryant with him on the shoulders from that Argentine position.
Oh my God!
The pin from Bryant.
It's over.
What the hell was that from Nino Bryant?
The people in the Porchester Hall are on their feet. my God, what a match. He's done it again, Dave.
I have no earthly idea where he pulled that last move from, but in a year of spectacular matches here in Revolution Pro Wrestling, that one's got to be right up there. What a battle, what a war for the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship, a championship that still belongs to Nino Bryant.
I'm telling you right now, Dave, Nino Bryant, this run he's on right now, Nino Bryant may well go down as the greatest undisputed British Cruiserweight champion of all time. And a laundry list of men have held that championship gold.